Psychology with Mikey. It's psychology with Mikey. Power and behavior. Behavior is thought.
I went to like a standard secondary school like everybody else. I got my GCSEs, went to sixth form where I was lucky enough to do psychology as an A-level, along with a few others. And if the people listening have the opportunity to do that, I would so recommend it, because it gives you like a starting point to understand psychology, because it's not always offered as a subject, and a lot of the time people go to uni without doing it, which is completely fine. You don't have to do it to get into this route, but it's like a nice starter, and it gives you a bit of a background to like if you're interested in it or not. So I went to sixth form, and I finished my A-levels, and then I went to my local university, which is the University of East Anglia, to study undergrad psychology, which is a 3-year course. And there's so many psychology courses across the country. Like most of them you can get in with some level of A-levels. They don't have to be like AAA. If you've got like 3 C's and you have a really good application personal statement, you can get into uni onto a psychology degree. So I got onto there, and I've done that for 3 years. And the first 2 years are kind of like core modules. You do what the uni tell you need to do to reach like what's called the BPS accreditation, which is the British Psychological Society.
Well done, thank you. Remember that. I was going to ask you.
A bit of a mouthful and hard to remember. So you do like a 2-year core subjects to reach that accreditation. And then in my 3rd year, I got to pick some topics that were interesting to me, so I didn't have to do the core subjects. So I think I picked like applied neuroscience, psychology of mental health, and then something to do with like families and social life, because they're the kind of areas that I'm interested in. I would say if you're looking at psychology degrees, make sure they are BPS accredited, because there are a few in the country that aren't. And if you don't have a BPS accredited degree, then you can't go into a career as a psychologist.
Interesting. That's well noted.
Yeah, it has to be accredited by the BPS. So just keep that in mind. The majority of them are, but just keep an eye out for that when you're applying, if you're a listener.
Power and behavior. Power and behavior. Psychology. Power and behavior. It's power in the mind. Psychology with Mikey. It's psychology with Mikey. Power and behavior. Behavior is thought. Psychology.
Psychology.